Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tim Scheiger. I'm the Superintendent of Schools here in Milton. On behalf of the School District Administration, the School Board, and our staff, we welcome you to our 2018 commencement ceremony. This is an exciting day, and we are very glad that you can join us today. At this time, I would like to introduce the Milton High School Band under the direction of our own Mr. Nathan J.W. Pierce as they play fanfare and processional to escort the graduates into the ceremony. Good afternoon, class of 2018. You look amazing. The last time we were together, we were all together at the middle school. And so it's great to have you back here together again. At the district level and throughout the district, we are very proud of your accomplishments. And as you look around your family and friends and your current and former teachers, well, I guess after today, all former teachers, we're very proud of you, and we look forward to celebrating with you on today, your awesome day. And I'd like to introduce your awesome senior class president, Sean Harvatine, to come speak, followed by our MC, the principal of the high school, Mr. Bill Horn.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, graduates, parents, family, friends, staff, administration, and school board members to the graduation of Milton High School's class of 2018. Life is full of challenges. Marriage, work, family. Serious challenges. So in closing, I'd like to say good luck. This profound, concise graduation address by Richie Cunningham, the main character of the 1970s hit TV show Happy Days, is what my Uncle Steve suggested I share with you all today. While I wish I could be that brief, Mr. Bill Horn suggested I speak for 2 to 4 minutes, and I do have a few more sentiments I would like to share with you all today, so here goes. I would like to welcome you all to the challenges ahead. As cliche as it may sound, we have had to welcome our fair share of change over the last 4 years. Of course, there have been a few constants during our time here, like eating a Red Hawk bowl or a spicy chicken sandwich at lunch, borrowing a charger for our always dead computers, and fighting for a parking spot before school. But overall, these certainties pale in comparison to the changes we have faced together as the class of 2018. We have had to adjust to new start and end times, 4 different daily schedules, changes to open and closed PLC, PD days moved from Mondays to Fridays, new locker numbers and colors, and a revamped bell system. Though I will admit, I wish the trial period of that robotic voice telling us to find our seats before first hour had lasted longer. It really made school feel like home. We are the first class to trade in laptops for computers. Oh, excuse me, those are 2 of the same thing. Backpacks for laptops for all 4 years. And the first class required to present an academic and career plan to be seated here today. We have seen changes in sports coaches, teachers, and club advisors. Even the logo of our school mascot, Rocky the Red Hawk, has received a facelift. Individually, we have altered our friend groups, joined different activities, started working, and passed our driver's tests. The challenges we have faced are painfully clear here today as we sweat through 3 layers of clothing in a gym that's capacity is based on a fire code from the last century, and it's still not big enough, even with that code, to fit our entire student body for assemblies. But through this all, our class has remained resilient. We successfully, though admittedly begrudgingly, sometimes, adapted to all of these new practices and old challenges. We understand that we are surrounded by administrators, teachers, and all of us students who will make us proud Milton High School graduates for years to come, and who work through all of these issues on a daily basis to create the best experience and education possible. In the fall of 2014, we had no idea what adjustments we would have to make during high school, just as we are not sure what our futures hold after leaving the Milton High School gym as alumni today. After these last 4 years, however, we can be certain of our ability to adapt to future changes in our lives. In closing, I truly would like to say good luck to all of you and welcome once again to the graduation of the class of 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Sean Harvatine was the president of the senior class and has done an outstanding job with his duties this year. Not only did he serve as the class president, he was also the student rep on the school board. Additionally, he was given the very prestigious distinction of being named Wisconsin Herb Kohl Scholar, an honor granted only to a small number of students in the state each year. Next fall, Sean will be attending UW-Madison. Congratulations, Sean. And now, as a long-standing custom here at Milton High School, we would like to recognize our exchange students who shared a year with us here at Milton High School. This year we had 2 exchange students, one who was able to join us today and one who is not, but it was Frederica Bruno and Moody Risharazan. Frederica, why don't you come to the stage, please? Now, Mooney was not able to join us today. Mooney was our exchange student from Malaysia. Her host parents were Shannon and Meg Eldridge. Mooney could not be here today as she was already left for a trip to Washington, D.C. with her exchange student program. Although Mooney was only here for the 4th quarter, she made a lasting impact in her permanent smile and constant engaging interactions with staff and students. She made everybody smile. And I know she's going to be listening to the recording of this. So next year, Mooney, she'll be continuing her post-secondary education at a university in England. Mooney, thank you very much for being with us this year. Frederica. Frederica is our exchange student from Italy. She was here for the entire school year and was hosted by the McNett family. Federica will be returning to Italy for 1 more year of high school next year. She's formed some lifelong friendships during her stay and says her English is now far better than her German and Spanish. After finishing high school, Federica plans to attend university in Italy to study languages. Federica, thank you very much. Next, I'd like to introduce the first of our 2 honor grads who will be speaking today. Erin Swope, if she would come to the stage, please. Erin was an outstanding student over the last 4 years. She has been very, very active student, and I just had to condense things down here. She was a prolific author for the student newspaper and took a wide array of advanced placement courses. Was an accomplished saxophonist, being named a student of honor at this spring's state solo ensemble contest. She'll be attending the University of Notre Dame next fall, studying finance and, tell me if I get this correct, applied computational mathematics and statistics. She's smarter than me. All right, folks, Erin Swope. You got it?
Thank you, Mr. Billhorn, for that very kind introduction. First of all, don't worry, I'm not going to try to teach you any big life lessons today. I'm only 18. I don't know how much wisdom I have to pass on, but I do hope to celebrate the last 4 years with you, and I'm honored that I'm able to speak with you today. Before we go any further, though, I would like to take a moment to thank all of those sitting around us, the parents, relatives, neighbors, friends, and guardians who have not only supported us for the past 4 years, but for the many years before that, and hopefully for many years to come. I would also like to personally thank my own parents for always encouraging me to pursue my dreams and always putting my character over my comfort, even though I didn't always appreciate that. You may not have always realized it through the eye rolls or the closed bedroom door, but your guidance has truly made me the person I am today, and I thank you for that. And I think that sentiment can go for many of us here. I would also like to thank all of our teachers today. We could not be where we are today without your lessons, both in academics and in life. That being said, on to the main event. Congratulations to Milton High School's class of 2018. It has truly been a privilege to spend these past years with you. For those of you who don't know, I moved to Milton in the middle of 7th grade. And Milton Middle School was my 3rd middle school in 2 years and my 4th school in 3 years. And so you don't have to do the math, I switched schools in 5th, 6th, and 7th grades. Anyone who has ever switched school, or anyone who has ever attended middle school, would probably agree that middle school could be a particularly awkward time to switch. That was not the case for my move to Milton. When I came here, I immediately felt welcomed, despite some initial disappointment that I later found out that I was not a boy, as many of the girls had been hoping. It's Aaron with an E. Despite this, I immediately made many friends. I always felt like I had someone to sit with at lunch, and I felt like I had finally found my place, which is a nice feeling to have after switching schools so many times. Over my 5.5 years here, I've made many friends and more importantly, friends and memories that I hope to keep for many years in the future. I know that we often joke about Milton or talk about how excited we are to leave, which, trust me, I share that sentiment. But as someone who has been in many other school situations, I wanted to take a moment to tell you that Milton truly is a special place. It's one of the few communities where you can still leave your bike outside unlocked and not worry about it getting stolen, but not your truck, right, Mr. Pierce? But besides all that, what has truly made MHS unique for me is you, my classmates. So thank you. As a class, we've been through a lot together. We were a class of firsts. We were the first class to have laptops all 4 years, the first class to survive the ACP, the first class to have students born in the new millennium. We were a class of survivors. We survived 2 new school referendums. We survived being kicked out of the band hallway for lunch. We even survived a virulent disease. Way to be cryptosporidium, MHS. We were a class of standouts. As a whole, we were one of the most academically competitive classes MHS has ever seen. Our marching band has taken 3rd at state for the past 2 years. Our show choirs made a clean sweep this past year at Monona Grove, where both choirs claimed grand championships. Our forensics team has been the conference champions for the past 4 years. Our yearbook has won national awards. Our girls golf team was the runner-up at state. But we've also had outstanding individuals in our midst, including a state champion golfer, Mia Seaman, state qualifying track athlete Kyle Hanuska, state qualifying golfer Tucker Dunk, a national merit scholar Neil Garcia, FBL national qualifiers Eric Fons, Sean Harventine, John Keller, Logan Servin, and Garrett Patasi, FFA national qualifiers Kiara Husener, Kier McCarthy, and Kaylee Persons, and so many others. We spent 4 years. We've spent 4 years cramming our heads full of all sorts of useful information, like JFK conspiracy theories from Mr. Bowden, how to write essays that were meant to be written over the course of 2 weeks and 2 hours, and the integrals that equal pi are Mr. McNamara's favorite integrals, and other not so useful pieces of information, like everything we learned about Churchwell's personal habits. With all of these memories, both good, bad, and sometimes in the case of Churchwell, disturbing, it may be tempting to compare Milton to future homes. Please don't. Once we cross this stage, we will no longer just be members of the class of 2018. Some of us will now be members of the class at 2022 at our respective colleges. Some of us will be members of the workforce, and some of us will even be members of the military. You will no longer be defined only by who you were in high school. Rather, you will be a sum total of everything you accomplish in your life. It no longer matters who is prom queen, who got the lead in the musical, or even who was first in the class. With these achievements, while these achievements should be remembered and valued, it's important to recognize that they no longer matter to the wider world. In the future, people won't care about your high school accolades. Rather, they'll care about the person that you are. And I hope that rather than looking back at high school and comparing how popular or how not popular you were, what your ACT score was, or the other idiosyncrasies that we spend these 4 years judging ourselves by, you will look back and remember the friends and memories you made and the lessons you learned. And then, move forward. Focus on where you want to be in the next 4 years. In fact, if you want to make any comparisons, compare your current self to where you want to be in the future, and then work together. But once again, please try to avoid comparing your successes to those of others. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "Comparison is the thief of all joy." Success for one person might be making a lot of money. Success for another person might be having a large family, right, Mr. Yauk? And success for a different person might be earning their PhD. And for some, like Anna Berthium, success is eating an entire 14-inch burrito gordo at Cozumel in one sitting. Whatever your idea of success is, don't let your life be dictated by the goals of those around you. You should listen to the advice of those that care about you, your parents, friends, teachers, relatives, etc. However, at the end of the day, it's your life and your decisions. They're already living their life. You need to live your own. Take joy and pride in your accomplishments and appreciate what those around you are accomplishing, even if you don't have the same passions. And hopefully, they will be there to support you. What a kind, diverse, and fulfilling world it could be if we could learn to take pride in what we want to do and support others as they do the same. In my mind, the only way that we can fail is if we give up or change our dreams to match others' expectations. Today, we celebrate all the ups and downs of the past 4 years. Tomorrow, let's see where we can go in the next 4. Thank you, congratulations, and good luck.
Thank you, Aaron. Well done. Well done. Next, I'd like to introduce the Milton High School Combined Choirs under the direction of Mr. Eric Meinertz as they sing Seasons of Love.
Minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about
Thank you, Mr. Meinertz. Thank you, choir. Nice job. Great job. Next, I'd like to introduce the second of our undergrads who share a few words today, Logan Servin. If Logan would come to the stage, please. Logan was the captain on both the hockey and soccer teams, as well as a leader of the MHS marching band, who was named a Wisconsin Academic Scholar. Logan will be attending Illinois Wesleyan next year to study finance. Logan.
Well, our day is finally here. Graduation. If you're anything like me, then you have been counting down to this day for a while, probably a lot longer than you would like to admit. But today, as I look out at you, my fellow classmates, I recognize not a similarity, but the differences to each of our last 4 years. You see, one unique aspect of the high school experience is a multitude of combinations we can have. And it is because of this fact that we sit here today as separate individuals with varying skills. But whatever path we took to get here, it doesn't matter. We made it. Graduation is a fresh start, a new beginning, a clean slate. No matter what direction we came from, we all ended up in the same place, here today at our graduation. But before we look ahead, much like Aaron, I would like to look behind at what we have accomplished. Inside the classroom, our FFA, FBLA, HOSA, and forensics chapters have continued their excellence, sending numerous members from our class to state and national competitions. Clubs like the Interact Club, Caritas for Children, and Project Unified dedicate their time to philanthropy work and represent the true meaning of what it means to be a Red Hawk. On top of this success, our Milton Red Hawk Marching Band has placed third at the state competition for the second consecutive year and earned the highest score in school history. Outside of school, our girls golf team placed second at this year's state tournament, and our very own class of 2018 graduate, Mia Seaman, won the individual competition. Finally, many of our sports teams have won regional titles over the past 4 years, and our boys soccer and girls hockey teams each notched a state berth. This, along with so many activities, inside or outside MHS, represent the past 4 years of our lives. But now, they are all in the past. Why? Because of our graduation. Everything we have done or not done has transformed us, influenced us, and shaped us in the individuals we are today. But they don't permanently define us. If you are a part of these clubs and organizations, thank you, but your work has just begun. If not, that is fine, and your work has just begun as well. Graduation is a great equalizing force in our lives. Few will recall your high school titles or what organizations you participated in. Most will remember what you do from this point on. No, don't forget everything you have ever learned from the past 13 years of schooling. These lessons have prepared us for the challenges we are about to face. They make us who we are and will prove valuable down the road. But I challenge you, my fellow classmates, do not let graduation be the end of your story. Take advantage of the skills and character traits which this amazing staff has instilled in us, and be proud of what you will become. Before we depart on the rest of our lives, Milton High School class of 2018, I would like to leave behind a quote from a man decorated in one of my high school passions, soccer. Sir Alex Ferguson served as a manager of Manchester United in the English Premier League and won 38 trophies in his 26 years at the club. More than halfway through one of his many seasons, and his team seemingly destined for another league title, Ferguson stood tall in front of reporters and uttered the line, "As long as there are games to play, it is not over." We now sit in a situation much like Ferguson's team, partway through the season of our life. And although Milton High School has prepared us well for this moment, our season is not over, and there are still many more games to be played. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Logan. Well done. Next, I'd like to introduce the Milton High School Band under the direction of Mr. Nathan Pierce as they are playing Highland Cathedral. Thank you, band. Thank you, Mr. Pierce. Nice job. Thank you, patience, everybody, as we get everybody to and back from the band. Next, I'd like to introduce one of our class officers, Lucas Jesse, to the stage. Lucas will be presenting the class gift. Next fall, Lucas will be attending UW Eau Claire to study biology. Lucas.
Hey guys, my name's Lucas Jesse. As the treasurer of the class of 2018, I am proud to present the class gift. Our gift is the signs that will name and organize our parking lots. It will be used to help visitors and community members to know where to park for each event that they are attending. This should help them find the best entrance to their event and also should be a great asset to the school. Thank you and congratulations, everyone.
On behalf of Milton High School, I'd like to thank the senior class for the generous gift. Those signs have already started to find their way up. More are going to be placed up this next couple weeks. Thank you very much. All right, now it's time where I get to share a few thoughts with the graduates. But first, I'd like to extend my thanks to those who made the event happen today. And I'd like to thank everybody for their patience as well as we moved it from outside to inside. But just remember, those who sweat together, class of 2018, those who sweat together stick together, right? All right. As for the preparations for today's ceremony, there are many who volunteered their time, and I all wanted to make this the best possible day for each of you. The high school office staff of assistants, administrators, custodial staff, district maintenance and grounds staff, high school music department, Red Hawk Media, a crew of high school staff who I recruited last minute to help to take tickets and help with everything with being inside, and senior class advisor Gene Hergert. They put in many hours into the preparations for today. Thank you very much. And I would be remiss if I did not thank the most important person to make today work, and that would be the Milton High School Building Secretary, Joanne Jenner, who keeps me sane and makes all of this happen. Joanne? She puts the diplomas in order. All right. I'd also like to recognize the teaching and support staff of the School District of Milton, as well as district administration and the Board of Education for their unending dedication to the success of all students. Thank you also to you parents. Thank you for taking an active role in the lives of your kids and for helping them make their way through the last 4 years of Milton High School. Okay, graduates. First, just let me say congratulations on your graduation. Every year it's my honor to give the commencement speech, and this is really one of the most enjoyable things that I get to do. It's an incredibly exciting day, and while saying goodbye can be sad, I can't tell you how happy I am for each and every one of you as you prepare to write that next chapter in your story. When I think about the class of 2018, this has always been one of those classes with a great reputation. Now, it's kind of taboo to compare classes from year to year to year. I got a lot of alumni in the stands right now. But the reality is, you guys have been known for just being nice. Successful, too. As the other speakers have mentioned, this class saw a lot of successes over the last 4 years. The seniors led the MHS marching band to back-to-back third-place finishes at the state marching competition. The show choir members have enjoyed multiple grand championships, especially over the last 2 years. The athletes saw state appearances, and organizations like Forensics, FFA, and Future Business Leaders of America have qualified members for state and national competitions. This class has won awards for the yearbook and the student newspaper MHS Today, as well as national art competitions. Students in this class of 2018 took over 400 advanced placement exams and saw members receive technical college certifications while in high school in various fields such as certified nursing assistant, gas metal arc welding, and Microsoft Office, just to name a few. This is a very diverse class and a very well-rounded group, and a great group of people, by the way. Now, graduates, I know you have sat through thousands of great classes over the last 4 years, but today I get a chance to give you one very last lesson as you leave Milton High School. There are a lot of graduation quotes out there about aiming high and going for your dreams, and those are all excellent thoughts for a day like today. And I agree. I want you to be successful. I want you to plan your work and then work your plan to get to be where you want to go in life. This is a time where all the possibilities are endless, and a time for you to stretch your wings to meet the goals that you have. However, my lesson for you is not just to strive to be successful, but also to live with purpose. This means planning on what kind of adult you really want to be, mapping out your priorities. As you start this next phase of your journey, you get a chance to define who you really are. No one else gets to do that. Aaron mentioned that earlier today. As you consider what you value and who you want to be, I would encourage you to strive to be a person who looks for the best in others. Be what leadership expert John Maxwell calls enlargers. Enlargers are those people who make everyone around them better at what they do. Enlargers are people who look for the gifts and talents in others and highlight those talents. When we find the best in others, we really show the best in ourselves. I'll give you an example from history. Those who may remember, I used to be a history teacher here, and I love examples from history. In his book, Grace Awakening, one of my favorite authors, Chuck Swindoll, tells a story about Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson and a group of people were traveling across the countryside on horseback. They came to a river which had flooded its banks because of a recent downpour. The swollen river had washed out the bridge, and each rider was forced to ford the river on horseback, fighting for his life against the rapid current. After several had plunged in and made it safely to the other side, a stranger asked President Jefferson if he would ferry him across the river. The president agreed without hesitation. The man climbed on, and shortly after, the two of them made it safely to the other side. As the stranger slid off the saddle onto dry ground, one of the group went over to the man and said, "Tell me, why did you select the President of the United States to ask this favor of?" The man was shocked, admitting he had no idea that it was the President of the United States who had helped him. He said, "All I know is that on some of your faces was written the answer no, and on some of your faces, yes." His was a yes face. Graduates, as you look to define yourselves, I encourage you to be a yes face kind of person. A yes face kind of person is someone who looks out not only for their own needs, but for the needs of others. A yes face kind of person is someone who focuses on what their friends and their colleagues bring to the table instead of what they don't. A yes face kind of person is someone who makes a group or an organization better and stronger because they can see and develop the potential in those around them. A yes face person looks beyond themselves. You know, I've seen many of you wearing a yes face while at Milton High School the last 4 years. I've seen your members teach swimming lessons, patiently working with young children as they brave the pool for the very first time, including a couple of my young sons. I've seen members of this class wear a yes face as they encourage their classmates in the Special Olympics, working hard to make sure all can experience the joys of competition during a track meet. I've seen members of the MHS class of 2018 wear a yes face time and time again, choosing to go above and beyond to meet the needs of their community members. In the months and years ahead, I challenge you to be the kind of person that others are drawn to as a yes face. Be the person who encourages others in your future place of employment. Be that one to brighten the lives of others in your freshman dorm. I challenge you to be the one who leads others as you head off to basic training for those going into service. Years from now, when others are asked how to define you, have others describe you as a yes face. Finally, as we're about to hand you that diploma that's going to officially start you off on that path, let me state that on behalf of the staff and faculty, administration, and board, we are so very proud of you. The things that you've accomplished and the people who you are and are about to become. You're a group of uniquely gifted individuals who are going to be excellent Milton alumni. We wish you the best of luck. Congratulations. Now, what we've all been waiting for is the presentation of the diplomas. On stage with me are District Administrator Dr. Tim Scheiger and School Board President Mr. Tom Westrick. Announcing the names will be Associate Principal of Teaching and Learning Dr. Randy Bartles. Greeting the graduates to the stage will be Fellow Associate Principal for Student Services Ms. Tara Huber and Milton High School Administrator and Activities Director Mr. Brian Hamill.
Sean David Aragine II. Logan Hamilton Servant. Lucas Paul Jesse. Aaron Dale Swope. Carly Ann Albrecht. Haley Nicole Anderson. Anna Rosemarie Berthume. Noah Decker Brown. Alexandra Elaine Burke. Haley Jean Campion. Kylie Maureen Campion. Ellen Elizabeth Crofts. Connor Robert Kropp. Samantha Josephine Dahl. Brooke Lee DeSormo. Eric John Fons. Blake Lawrence Fuchs. Neil Christopher Garcia. Cole Jarrett Granzi. Holly Nicole Gunnett. Kaylee Jade Harbort. Danielle May Heitzman. Maggie Elizabeth Henschler. Allison Rose Jakes. Sienna Helene Johnson. Andrew Charles Jordal. Michael Francis Knayer. Megan Elizabeth Cryer. Caitlin Fern Larson. Elizabeth Kushwa Lee. Scott Charles Meyer. Samantha Marie Moe. Camden Lee Nording. Kaylee May Persons. Garrett Christopher Patesi. Bethany Marie Rigg. Grace Noel Rodenberg. Lindsay Elizabeth Samuelson. Andy Lynn Soderbach. Nicholas John Silvius. Miranda Sarah Louise Solom. Grace Autumn Van Sleet. Molly Melinda Wanless. Grace Anne Marie Williams. Valerie Jean Addy. Lucas Easton Aldrich. Jorge L. Alvazar. Rebecca Ann Ambrose. Olivia Lee Anderson. Ethan Daniel Arthur. Lydia Catherine Baki. Peyton Francis Balch. Madeline Jo Bond. Jessica Marie Bardot. John Douglas Gilbert Barrett. Samuel Spencer Beers. Hayden Jonathan Belk. Delena Marie Berg. Evan Alexanders Berg. Jordan Alyssa Bickle. Kaylee Lynn Bjornstad. Allison Christine Blazer. Robert Luis Bowden. Alexander Stephen Betcher. Benedict Scott Bogerding. Daniel Scott Borowski. Carly Ann Boska. Brett Leon Brandenburg. Kenna Maxine Brecken. Corbin James Bride. Haley Rose Beatrice Briggs. Kara K. Briggs. Barrett Timothy Buell. McKaylee Jan Busher. Lauren Marlene Buell. Justin Michael Burke. Angelique Eleanor Castle. Emma Lynn Chellivold. Cassandra Jewel Chetnick. Cade Bradford Eugene Child. Chase Christensen. Elliot Leon Christensen. Braxton E. Church. Gabrielle Lynn Combs. Riley Christine Connell. Kaylin Marianne Contreras. Ryan Joseph Copeland. Emily Elizabeth Corbett. Maya J. Cordillo. Alyssa May Cowley. Casey Alexander Crabtree. Chloe Renee Crane. Kiara Ray Cunningham. Tyler Thomas Cunningham. Cody Ryan Cusick. Elizabeth Ray Zorwanka. Elizabeth Ann Dahman. Ashley Ann Deegan. Sean Michael Dietz. Jacob Michael Dewar. Adam Robert Dodson. Alex William Dodson. Nathan Carol Lynch Donor. Carly Ann Dries. Jalen Kiana Dusterbeck. Tucker Everton Dunk. Michaela Evelyn Margaret Agam. Carolyn Ann Ellison. Teague Kaylee Elliott. Jacob Stephen Enke. Emily Jade Erickson. Dayton Aaron Falk. Haley Marie Falls. Mario Alberto Fernandez. Alexander Michael Feebig. Samuel Jordan Field. Dalton Carl Fluke. Margaret May Foster. Maggie Marcella Fries. Colin James Furstenberg. Melinda Ann Ferguson. Taylor Nicole Gaffney. Jeffrey Ann Garby. Kaylee Elizabeth Getchell. Rosalind Jean Gore. Bailey Catherine Grishow. Raven Luann Gusky. Victoria Marie Hagedorn. Kyle Leo Haneska. Christopher Wally Hanna. Cole John Vincent Harris. Adam Frederick Ostenstab. Dylan Frederick Hahn. Cheyenne Marie Henderson. Haley Maria Hernandez. Kiara Angelique Husner. McKenna Jean Hill. Nicholas Evan Hinich. Gabriel David Hinrichs. Emily Beth Holden. Samantha Paige Holterman. Ashley Rose Hooker. Killian Patrick Yauk. Hannah Jean Jeffson. Diana Mae Jones Thompson. Miles Anthony Jorgensen. Isaiah David Karras. John Joseph Keller. Molly Jane Carrig. Clay Harold Killian. Colin Robert Klepping. Rebecca Marie Klusmeyer. Hannah Renee King. Alex Stewart Kopke. Michael Raymond Kappa. Peyton John Kovacevic. Bailey Irene Krebs. Benjamin Todd Kronberg. Dawson L. Kruger. Eric Robert Kacharny. Andrew David Lafreniere. Tyler Andrew Langer. Tyler Austin Larson. Travis Allen Larson. McKenna Marie Larry. Hayden Arthur Lauman Hayes. Pa Chi Melissa Lee. Brianna Marie Leader. Gabriella Jolinda Leith. Gerald Wade Lipke. Ryan William James Locke. Bodie Michael Locke. Logan James Leacher. Nathaniel Lee Ludwig. Luke Elliott McGee. Melissa Rose Mayer. Benjamin Dennis Maldonado. Alexandria Elizabeth Mansky. McKenna Ryan Markham. Emma Yvonne Martin. Karina Bria Martin. Joaquin Martinez. Caliana Josephine Maurer. Kenneth Scott McCarthy. Kiri Marzina McCarthy. Connor William McCone. Andrew Allen McClellan. Christopher Michael McNett. Damian Charles Middleton Stimple. Peyton Willis Ronald Millard. Kyler Brennan Miller. Matthew David Miller. Amber Cassidy Mussey. Jack Dylan Nathan. Chance David Nelson. Ryan C.J. Nelson. Caitlin Marie Niedermeyer. Zachary Michael Nundahl. Caroline Louise Persak. Allison Christina Peterson. Alexander James Lawrence Pettit. Casimir James Cloget. Lindsay Rose Prochnow. Megan Rihanna Radke. Samantha Robin Rakestraw. Anna Alexis Rango. Anthony Raynell Hernandez. Noah Alexander Rickman. William James Reister. Kenna Rule Robinson. Rachel Marie Rogers. Cassidy Joy Ruckty. Megan Marie Rudolph. Devin Patrick Rundy. Isabel Sanchez. Jamie Nicole Sheridan. Matthew Lanny Schimmel. Jordan Cole Schlem. Kyle Brandon Schomburg. Kelsey Nicole Schwebs. Maria Christina Robert Seaman. Avery Lynn Shanahan. Rachel Sarah Ann Shepard. Jordan John Shore. Tyler Ward Simonson. Jackson David Sadi. Meredith Jacqueline Spores. Jennifer Nicole Springer. Andrew John Steinke. Paige Elizabeth Stillen. Ryan Michael Stillen. Kenzie Jane Stoics. Wyatt Samuel Solar. Nolan Robert Stone. Cade Michael Stowe. Lauren May Swanson. Robert Thomas Swenson. Lauren Kathleen Tolleback. Joshua Todd Terrell. Ashley Jo Thompson. Afton Marie Tollefson. Shane Leonard Tremmel. Hunter James Udall. Johanna Katie Lorraine Utzig. Cameron Robert Vanetta. Nolan Aaliyah Vaughn. Taylor Alexandria Voss. Caleb Joseph Vrydogs. Lauren Isabel Wallace. Adam Michael Walsh. Ash B. Watson. Bryce Robert Webb. Andrew Nolan Wells. Kate Ann Westrick. Kelsey Vivian Widener. Tanner David Williams. Jacob Alexander Worley. Benjamin Edward Z. Haley Marie Zitsky. Adrian Esteban Cisneros. Alyssa Kathleen Kelly Zuccaro. Jacob Todd Zwig. Lydia Dale Willie.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bartels. Before our recessional, I have several announcements to make. I ask that all guests remain in the stands until the graduates have left the seating area. You're going to find them in the cafeteria. They'll walk on out, and once they leave, then we'll be able to leave to go find them in the cafeteria area. But before the recessional, I ask that you all stand for the playing of the school song, Washington, Lee, and Swing.